Hi everyone. I feel like I've been so MIA lately, but I'm so excited to finally be getting this video out. So I've been working on this video for a couple of weeks for you guys. I am doing a palette review today. I'm doing the EmbyBoutique Duochrome Eyeshadow Palette, and basically I've been trying this out and I am so in love with this palette, so I decided to show it to you guys. So this is the palette. I have it in front of me. This video took so long because I actually tried out each eyeshadow, like one each day, just to see how they wear and everything, and it took a while. It took a while because there's like 15 eyeshadows here. So yes, so this is the EmbyBoutique Duochrome Eyeshadow Palette. I got 15 colors. Sorry you guys, my phone. I got 15 colors and they cost $35. I think it was like $35.99, and I got free shipping. So yes, I'm so excited about this palette. I paid for it with my own money. But yes, I'm totally in love with this palette, so I'm going to do a full-on review for you guys with swatches. And I also decided to do a makeup look with each one of these so that you can see how each one looks and wears on my eyes. So you will see all of that in this video. Now, the other thing I want to say is the brand is like giving this away. I'm doing the giveaway for one highlighter and one lippy stick. You girl love her lippy sticks, but I'm giving this to you guys. These are totally new and untouched. I have been like holding on to them, waiting to do this video. So if you're interested in getting this, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know. And lastly, the other thing I want to say is I did hook you guys up. Your girl did, I guess she did. So I arranged with the brand for, even if you don't get the giveaway, you can still receive a free lipstick from this brand. So if you're interested in that, I will definitely have information in the description box below for you guys. So definitely check that out. Now with that said, let's just get straight into this review. Hi lovelies, welcome to DL's Health and Beauty. Don't forget to click that little subscribe button below and press this bell so you won't miss out on any of my new videos. This is what the packaging looks like. It is very simple packaging and it does hold the eyeshadows nicely. And here are the eyeshadows. They are so beautiful. The quality on these eyeshadows, you guys, is so amazing. And the packaging, it opens and closes really nicely and very easily, and it kind of locks in place so you don't have to worry about them. And here, my lovelies, are the swatches. Like, can we just take a moment and appreciate this color? Like, let's just take a moment. So you probably figured it out, but I am completely in love with this palette. It is like my new holy grail right now. Like, it is so amazing and the quality is so good and so phenomenal. I highly recommend this palette to you guys. It is so amazing. The pigmentation is so good. The colors are so beautiful. The variety is just so nice. So if you really want a really good palette that's very inexpensive and great quality and you don't have to worry about anything and you don't even need a primer with it, I highly recommend this palette. This is so amazing for playing around with it, and I've actually used this palette in almost every single one of my Instagram photos. But here I wanted to show you guys the different makeup looks that I got with this palette. So I didn't even mix the colors, you guys. I know it looks like the multiple colors, but that is duochrome. You will see two different colors. Like here, it's darker purple towards the end versus lighter purple towards the center. Even though it's just one color, it just comes out looking like more than one color. So it takes some of the blending work out of your makeup routine, and I think it is just so amazing. So it's just, some of these shadows like have much more of a duochrome effect than others in my opinion. Like some of them, it's so strong and super noticeable that there's multiple colors in there. And I think there was like one shade in here that I felt like had like 3 colors, but altogether I love every single color. Like, it's so amazing, you guys. So I don't know, I cannot recommend this palette enough. I highly recommend it. If I had to suggest one palette for you to use for years and years, this would be it. Also, I wanted to let you all know that I did not use a primer. I didn't put any concealer on my eyes, none of that. I literally just put these eyeshadows right on top of my eyelid. I did test out with my primer just to see what would happen one time, but that was it. I didn't take a picture of how it came out. So yes, so all the pictures you're seeing is literally just the eyeshadow right on top of my eyes. There's no primer, no concealer, nothing, and it lasted all day. And whenever I wear these eyeshadows, like, I always find that someone comes up to me and they say how pretty my eyeshadow is. Like, it stands out that much, and the pigmentation is just that good. Okay guys, so now that you've seen the eyeshadows and how they look on my eyes, let's talk about the product. Okay, so duochrome. I know that a lot of YouTubers throw out words like holographic, duochrome. I think it's like monochrome now, like, yeah, so I'm gonna explain it. So what duochrome is basically duo, like two. So it's basically, it looks like one eyeshadow. So like this looks like one color, but when you actually use it, it actually looks like two different colors. And you see the different colors in different ways depending on how the light hits your eyes and the eyeshadow. So your eyeshadow can look differently from the left or from the right because of the light hitting your eyes. So basically you get two different colors in one, which I think is super cool. Now holographic, I do want to explain this because I do find holographic and duochrome shadows to be kind of similar. Now, holographic can actually have more than just two colors, which is the interesting thing about it. It can have as many as like 3 or even 4 colors, and it's like kind of like having a rainbow effect on your eye. Now, holographic eyeshadows, depending on the brand and their formula, can have a very heavy glitter base. I prefer this kind of format where it's not like all super glittery, you know, like just like glitter on your eyes, because I find glitter to be messy. Like, your girl is... I'm a klutz at times. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I drop stuff. My sister says I have a case of dropsies, which I drop shit. Like, you can always tell when I'm putting on makeup because I'm dropping stuff, like, the whole time. So for me, glitter is kind of hazardous. But a lot of holographics I find tend to be very heavily glitter-based. So that's the difference between holographic and duochrome. But they're pretty much very, very similar. It's just that holographic can have more colors and be more of a glitter base. Okay, so now the brand EmbyBoutique, a lot of you may not know this brand. It is actually an Etsy brand. I am an Etsy shopper. Your girl is cheap, but she likes good quality, so she shops on Etsy. I shop on Etsy a lot. So pretty much for anything that I need, whether it's for videos or whatever, I usually go for Etsy, or I'll buy it on eBay or something like that. So Etsy, so EmbyBoutique is an Etsy brand, so it is an individual indie brand. Now the brand is super cool. Like, the owner has like neon products, like UV backlight eye products, like eyeshadows, and then she's got holographic and duochrome. She's got glitter. Like, it's pretty much an all-in-one. It's a really cool brand. I really, really like the brand. So here are just a few of the products that the seller has. This is her neon lipstick and eyeliner palette, and then here, my lovelies, are some of her palettes. She has a lot of palettes and she regularly updates her palettes, but I really love these palettes. They are so good. So if you really want to check out the rest of them, I'll put a link to her store below and you can check them out. But some of them are less than $35, you guys. Like, it's amazing. And also, EmbyBoutique is a vegan brand. I know that's another word that's kind of thrown around. So basically the idea of vegan is a lot of people are very conscientious, is that the right word, about animal testing, torturing animals. That's really what that is. Animal testing is just torturing animals. So a lot of people don't want to use animal products, like, you know, things like honey, beeswax, gelatin. Yes, so people who are very against that kind of thing prefer vegan products. The vegan products just have a lot less animal-based things, like they're not coming from animal fat, you know, like stuff like that. So yes, especially if it's going on your eyes, you really should be conscientious of that. As someone with eye problems, you know, I take that into consideration. So yes, so it is vegan. So for all of you who are vegan out there or who are very against animal testing and things like that, this is up your alley. Now, I want to give you the exact price. The eyeshadow palette is exactly $35. And the one that I have, I'm going to have to look it up, you guys, because it's a long name. Okay, so the palette that I purchased, I'm like looking it up. Okay, so this palette is the Duochrome Foil Multi-Dimensional Vegan Eyeshadow Palette. That was long. So I had to look it up. But yes, it was $35 and it was free shipping. Okay, so let's rate this. Okay, so I will say, now you probably figured it out already, eyeshadow quality, top notch, you guys, like A+. I am very impressed. I got far more pigmentation out of these eyeshadows than I've gotten out of some of my other eyeshadows that I got a lot less colors and they were more expensive. So pigmentation is A+, like 5 out of 5, like full on 5 out of 5. Now, I do want to mention something. I did test these out, so I wore them in different ways. So in the pictures I showed you, I mentioned that I didn't wear a primer, I didn't have concealer on my eyes, nothing. I literally just put it straight on my eyelids without any prepping of my eyes going on there. And they lasted throughout the entire day, so longevity, 5 out of 5. Now, with primers, I think this is a duochrome thing. So I use my eyeliner sealer / it acts as a primer. So whenever I have an eyeshadow that's like really shitty with pigmentation, I reach for that because it will all of a sudden make an eyeshadow that's just not showing any pigmentation show pigmentation. So I did use it with these just to see what would happen, and it took away the duochrome effect. So I was kind of like, so I think this is like a duochrome thing, and I think with holographic you could have the same problem. I think certain primers just do not suit holographic or duochrome. So I would keep that in mind, but you can wear them perfectly fine without a primer because I wore them and I had no issues whatsoever. I don't feel like I have oily lids though, so it may be different if you have oily lids. I have normal skin. My eyes do get crusty and dry at times, especially in the winter they will get a little bit drier, but I had no issues regardless. So yeah, so they worked fine for me without anything, no primer, nothing. So you're perfectly fine. Yeah, but I use my primer with this shade right here. It's a blue shade, but somehow when I use my primer with it, you can see the purple undertones in this color. And somehow my primer made only the purple show. It was just so weird because I was going for a blue eyeliner look that day. So when I did that and I saw that, I was just like, what happened? Like what? So I ended up changing my blue eyeliner look, my blue makeup look that day to a purple because my eyeshadow just all of a sudden looked purple. So it was really interesting. When you play around with makeup, weird stuff like that happens. So that was just something I wanted to mention. So these may actually work better without your primer, depending on if the primer is compatible with these duochrome shadows or not. So yes, but it worked perfectly fine without it. Now the other thing I do want to mention, I didn't have any issues with them, like I said. My eyeliner went on fine with these, and the pigmentation stayed exactly strong all day. Now, I do want to mention the packaging because this would not be a full review without packaging. So the packaging is very simple packaging. It's nothing like heavy duty, as you guys can probably tell. It's just a simple plastic packaging. So I would not recommend traveling with this palette. If you're going to travel with it, I recommend depotting them. So depotting is another word that's thrown around. So basically it's when you like put a knife in there and you pull the actual eyeshadow pan out. So you use the knife to just kind of push it upwards and you can just take it out. And I think that's like a thing now anyway, to depot your eyeshadows. I recommend depotting any eyeshadows that you're in love with and don't want to get damaged, because if you love eyeshadow and you play with makeup a lot, you're going to likely break some eyeshadows. I mean, it's going to happen at some point, you know, or in my case, spill a whole pot of glitter. I've actually done that. That was a bitch to clean up. But it happens, you know, it happens. So any eyeshadows that you are in love with or are moving around a lot, I definitely recommend depotting them as a general rule. Because a lot of times the eyeshadow palettes that you get in the stores and like drugstore and everything will actually break if you drop it. So I would get a more heavy duty one if you're going to travel with this palette. I'm thinking about depotting these because I just really love them. Like, you guys, I don't know if you can see, I have been using them like crazy. I've used them a lot, so I just kind of want to protect them, so I want to put them in a more heavy-duty case. I'm not traveling with these palettes, with this palette. It's on my vanity, but like I said, I drop things a lot. Like, it's really bad, so I am thinking about depotting them. So if you're going to travel with them, or if you're moving them around a lot, or you're klutzy, I recommend depotting them because this is a very simple case. So if you do drop this on like a heavy surface, there's a good chance that like something may break. I don't know. I haven't had any issues so far with the eyeshadows, but I haven't like dropped it yet. So I've been very careful not to drop it, since I drop stuff like all the time. So that is it, you guys. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've been talking for a long time, but I think I haven't. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I completely give this eyeshadow palette a 5 out of 5. If I wanted to take off a point, I would take off for packaging, because I love packaging. But it's not a big deal, honestly. Honestly, as long as my eyeshadows are protected, it's not a big deal. So, yes, I give it full stars, A+, and I highly recommend them. If you are someone who is really kind of wanting something really pigmented and you don't want to spend like a lot of money to get the pigmentation, we're not talking about like the what is it, Denona Style? It's like $100 something for a palette. I'm probably butchering her name because I hear her name mentioned so much, but I'm like, it's so expensive. So if you want good pigmentation and you want a nice range of colors, I do definitely recommend this eyeshadow palette. Like, again, this one is the Duochrome Foil Multi-Dimensional Vegan Eyeshadow Palette, because you get a range of colors from purples to everyday colors like this brown here and this yellowish color. So yes, I do recommend the palette. It's just really, really nice. So I definitely recommend checking out the brand, and I just feel like it was totally worth every penny that I paid. So yes, so I will have more information about the brand in the description box below, and don't forget to check it out for the free lippy stick. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. Bye.